I was a scramble, my life was in shambles, my day was a gamble, and I live what I got, handling my business, the Lord is my witness, I'm getting the bag and I get it a lot. Remember days when I was down bad, nothing to whip in the pot. Now I'm on 10, I'm all in they mentions, I'm finally living, I live what I got. I was a scramble, my life was in shambles, my day was a gamble, and I live what I got, handling my business, the Lord is my witness, I'm getting the bag and I get it a lot. Remember days when I was down bad, nothing to whip in the pot. Now I'm on 10, I'm all in they mentions, I'm finally living, I live what I got.
Now look what I got, ayo, I got the truth, yeah. Woke up out of sleep, hallelujah. Now I'm not the same, I made a change, stood in the rain, remember the pain, sinning for fortune was chasing the fame. Had to repent, I'm so ashamed now that I heard the truth, yeah. I got some work to do, I got a purpose too. In the streets we serve the truth. Precept on precept, line upon line. Come get this worded real quick in your mind. 12 tribes, this word'll make you alive. You was taught nothing but lies.
Cast judgment on this wicked place and also bring our people back to the fold, right? To wake up Jake, give him back his power and turn it back into Israel, right? And wake up Eve and turn it back into the daughter of Sarah, right? And the only way we can do that is by bringing out the word of the Lord, right? It says, how can they hear without a preacher, right? He also said, your teachers will not be removed in the corners anymore, right? So that's why we come out here, right? Give me this, King. Book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to Yahweh and the Father by him. Everything we do in word or in deed, actions or in speech, we got to do all in the name and giving glory to the honor to the Most High Yahweh. And we do so in doing the name of the Son Yahweh Shai, right? Bring this out. Book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 17. For we are not as many which corrupt the word of Yahweh, but as of sincerity, but as of the Most High, in the sight of Yahweh, speak we in Hamashiach. See that? Right? So we ain't gonna corrupt the words of Yahweh, right? What we're gonna do, we're gonna go in this Bible, right? We're gonna prove everything that we say, as it says in First Thessalonians, right? We're not gonna sit here and corrupt anything. We're not the Christian pastors. We're not asking for no money, right? What we're asking for you, the only thing we ask you to pay is attention, right? Put your ear to the words and be converted, as the Lord says, right? Bring this out. Book of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 20. Now then we are ambassadors for Hamashiach, as though Yahweh did beseech you by us. We pray you in Hamashiach's stead, be ye reconciled to Yahweh. See that? And that's what we're doing. In the Most High stead, we come out here doing the Lord's work to reconcile you back to the fold. Right? Give me Luke 14 and 23. Let's see what we're talking about. Right? The Lord said, go out and compel them. And another word, he said, come out and bid them. It means command them to come back to the marriage. Right? Bring this out, King. The book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges. It said, the Lord said unto the servant. Right? We are the servants of the Most High Yahweh. Right? We're not out here just tapping, dancing, doing everything that was doing in slavery. No, it's a new day. It's a new era, like we wearing hats out here. It's a new era. Right? And what's that era? We coming back to the fold. Right? It's us come back bringing this word to our people. Right? Waking them up, telling them to stop being niggas. Stop being black men. Right? Come back and be a God-given nationality. Right? Which are the Hebrew Israelites. Right? Stop being wicked niggas in America. Or you gonna die being a wicked nigga in America. Right? The Lord will give you over to your own strong delusion. Right? Give me the book of Psalms. Chapter 82 from the top. Right? Finish up. And compel them to come in. And compel them to come in. To compel them to come in. So we're compelling our people to come back to the marriage, man. Right? How you doing, brother? Come over here. Come chop it up with me. Right? Let me ask you a question. What's your name, King? Terrence? Terran? Alright. Hey, Terran, let me ask you a question. What would the world call you? What would be your race? What about you? You don't know. Hey, that's a good answer. Right? Because our people don't know. Give me Isaiah 1 and 3. Give me Jeremiah 17:4. You know the Bible said that? The Bible literally said that. You know why we don't know? You heard of this thing called slavery? Right? You heard of the thing that what some of our people used to say, massa? So Master used to whoop our backs, right? Master used to say, look, boy, your name is no longer Terrence. I'm gonna call you Leon right now. So from now on, your name is Leon. And if you say, no, my name's Terrence, he'll turn you around, strip your back, and hit you with a bullwhip. What's your name, boy? I'm Terrence. Your name, Leon. He gonna keep doing that till you say, I'm Leon, Master. Right? And he also did that with another thing, right? Let me show you what he did that with. Bring this up.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So I like to tell brothers this, right, Terrence? Make this book personal. This is our history, right? So he's talking to you right now. The Lord says, thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from your heritage. What does the word discontinue mean? Not to continue, right? And if you continue, that means you're going forward, right? So that means you're going to stop. The Lord said you're going to stop from a heritage that he gave you, right? And we're going to read about what that heritage is, right? Load that in the chamber. Bring this out, King.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
Question, Terrence. Didn't a certain group of people have to serve people who was their enemies? Right? Who did we have to serve? You can say it up here. You're amongst brothers. Huh? The Khazars, right? Yeah. But they still white people, right? So look, the thing is, right? We're going to get into why that happened to us, right? So let me ask you a question. If I put you and a white man in the ring, who's going to win? You don't know?
I'll say myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How can a so-called white man stand up to you, bro? What you is, like 6'3"? 6'3", right? Right on the nose, right? So you put another 6'3" white man next to you. Y'all go at it, toe to toe, fair fight. You're not gonna win? I'm gonna say you're gonna win because you're God's chosen people, right? The Lord said you're a special people unto himself, right? But this is why we don't know that. Bring this up.
Book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
It said the ox and the ass, both of these are dumb animals, right? But he's comparing a people group to it. He said the ox know who he belongs to, and the ass know where to find rest at. But what?
But Israel do not know. My people do not consider.
And he said it's been so long for them even trying to figure out who they was, that they say, man, I don't give a damn no more. Now I'm an African American. The name of two so-called white men. Right? I'm a nigga. Right? I'm black. What happened to searching out who we were? And this is the cold thing about it. They know who you are. They know who you are. But they can't let you find out. Right? So the Lord said, I'm going to cause you to serve your enemies. And I'm going to take your heritage. What is our heritage? Before ass shaking, before rap music, before cornbread and cabbage and green collard greens. What is our heritage? What is our heritage before that?
I'm not from Florida.
Huh? All praises. Let's get it out of the Bible. Right? Bring it up.
Book of Sirach, chapter 24, verse 23. All these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God. Even the law, which Moses commanded for inheritance. Commanded for inheritance.
So Moses gave the children of Israel the commandments. The commandments was not a religious thing. It is a way of life. The way of life equals to a heritage. It's the things you used to do, the way you used to treat each other, the things you used to eat, right? The ceremonies you used to keep. Everything you did, and not only that, guess what is the most important thing that came with your heritage? The God you serve. Right? Now, our people going and serving, where he at? What's these? Now our people serving this man. This is the question. Why every other people group have a God that look like them? Right? The red dots, they have sheep. And then on her forehead, she got a red dot. The white men make their gods. Right? The Muslims serve a rock. Why our people can be found in all these religions? Because the ox know who he belongs to, and the ass know who he can find rest. But Israel do not know. Neither do they give a damn anymore. So now we into Christianity, damn Muslims, right? All these different religions. We're not coming back to our house where we can find rest at. Right? The Lord literally tell us to come back unto him. Right? So how did we get in this position? Let me show you why I said that you could beat the so-called white man. Deuteronomy 76. What is that? Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people. And the Lord said, I chose you to be a special people. That's why I say you can whoop his ass. If the Lord ordained you to be special, who's to say that you're not special? Right. Who's to say you're just a nigga in America? Who's to say you're a no good black man? Who can say that? Because the Lord said you are what? You're chosen and you're what? What kind of people? Start with an S. There you go. You special. Right? Think about this. Say you got a favorite pair of shoes. Your special shoes. Are you gonna treat it like any other shoes you got? You might make a little glass case, encase them with a little light in there. Every time you put them in there, when you turn your light on, well, when you turn your lights on, it goes out. The light go off. But when you turn your light off, everything is dark. And the only thing illuminated is your shoes. That's your little night light. Because that's your special pair of shoes. That's how the Lord sees with us. We're his special people. He created all these nations, but he said, look, out of all these nations, I'm only deal with you. Hebrews 3:1. Right? This is how special we is. Go ahead, read it again from the top. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Above all people that are upon the face of the earth. Hey, he said we above all people that are upon the face of the earth. So why are we living in the Lord's state? We're going to get to that, right? Because why? What does the word nigger mean? Ignorant. An ignorant black person. Bring it out. We was being niggas. That's why we in this condition. Bring it out. Right? And I agree with you on that. We still are. Right? But look, check this out. This is how the Lord feels about it. This is why we special. Bring this out. Book of Amos, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. O children of Israel.
Oh, children of Israel.
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Nah, just the ones that disobeyed.
From the whole family which I brought up out of the land of Egypt.
He said, hear this word, the whole family of the children of Israel. From the first tribe Reuben, all the way down to the last tribe Benjamin. Hear this word. What is that word?
Shame, you only have I known. You only have I known. Of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
See that? The Lord said, I only know you. Therefore I will punish you for your iniquities. The so-called white man went around this whole globe, what they would say globe, and did what? They raped, they robbed, they murdered, they pillaged. Why aren't they at the lowest of lows if the Lord was dealing with them like that? Read that last part again. I will do what?
Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
Isn't iniquity sin? Isn't rape sin? Isn't murder sin? Isn't taking something that belongs to you a sin? So why aren't they going through this? No, I said why aren't they going through it? No, because the Lord said, I'm only dealing with you. Right? He said, you only have I known. Right? The word known in the Bible is to be intimate. A man knows his wife, and a man knows a woman, and that becomes his wife. The Lord knows us because he's intimate with us. So therefore, he's going to punish us. Right? Now, remember he said, we are above all people. Why are we in the condition we in? I believe that. I really do. Give me that 9/11. All right, so look, it is mental warfare because they do put things in play and things in the situation that we have to fall in. They set traps, right? The Bible calls them snares. Yep. Right? They set snares before us, and we're so ignorant and so blind we fall into it. Right? However, this is why. Say me and you sitting at a table, right? Ibad and Taryn, we making a contract, right? That's an oath. We swearing an oath to one another. The contract is only valid if I uphold my end, you uphold your end, right? Didn't our forefathers say all that said we would do? Now, the Lord made a contract with us. He said, look, I'm going to give you blessings, I'm going to give you curses, right? Give me Deuteronomy 11 and 26 real quick. Check it out. Listen to this. Check this out.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 11 verse 26. Behold, I will set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
He said something before us. That's that contract that he sent before us. We're on the other side, he's over here. And he's putting that paper in front of us. He said, look, behold, I set before you this day blessings and a curse. Read.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God, which I command you this day, and a curse, if ye will not obey the commandments of the Lord your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day to go after other gods which ye have not known.
Now, you say to go after other gods which ye have not known, right? Even if you walk in your own way, you done made yourself God. That's me. That's the other gods you're going after, right? Say it's the Sabbath day, a new pair of Jordans dropping. You standing in line to buy that new pair. You just made Jordan your God. You understand? So, he said, look, I set you above all nations, right? Now, the reason we're not living like that, I set before you life and death, blessings and curses. Choose life, right? Or choose the blessings. Check this out. This is the stipulation, 28 and 1.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He said, look, if you listen closely with a minute sense of detail of your ear, and to do the commandments, right? Read.
To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations.
So that's the stipulation. Listen and do my commandments. Right. Remember, I set before thee life and death.
Bring it out.
Life if you keep it, death if you don't.
That's right.
Blessings if you keep it, curses if you don't.
That's right.
Now to every coin, there's what? Whether it's a penny, that's two sides. Let's see the flip side. 15.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
See that? Now we're getting curses. The curses are for what? If you're a father, you're a father, Terrence? Not? Let me ask you something. When you become a father, you can do it on 85 real quick. Hold that. When you become a father, what's going to happen if your kid's not listening to you? Yeah. You got to do something to them, right? There you go. Remember not to do what? Exactly. Not to buck up. So the Lord right here said, if you're not listening to my commandments, you're bucking up. So therefore, I gotta punish you. Why is that? Why you gotta punish them? Hold that. Is that where you at? Bring this up. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 5. Thou shalt also consider in thine heart that as a man chastising his son,
Just like a man would chastise his son, whip his son's ass.
so the Lord thy God chastising thee. Just like that. Because why? He's our Heavenly Father. Our. That's the key word. Right? Our Heavenly Father. Remember we read in Amos also said what? You only have I known. Terry, you're a special people. Because the Lord only knows you and your people. Your nation. You see them people behind you? He don't know them. Bring it out. That's why they don't get punished for what they did. But it's going to come a day that they are. Keep that in mind. Let's go back to this. Now, he said I got to put curses upon you. What are these curses for, Terry? There you go. Now, it's also another reason why, though. 46.
Come. Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 46. And it reads, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Now, he said these curses that he's got to put on us, they're going to be for a sign. A sign does what? How we know that's Blues Hall? How we know that's that abomination ass pork belly over there with pork with an attitude? How we know that? It got a sign. It's an identifying marker. Right? So these curses are an identifying marker. Because why, Terry? You are a Jew. Remember them? Hey, there you go. You are a true Jew. This is the sign that he has to put on his people. Because you're going to have stank, crusty, nasty, funky, so-called white man wearing these what you call them? No. What you call them? They riding the hearse. The damn bearers. The pallbearers. Wearing these pallbearer suits in heat like this. Why are they wearing them suits in heat like this in Jerusalem? Because they can't take the sun. There's another reason you know they ain't the Jews. But that's the reason the Lord got to put the curses on us. Now we're going to read some curses and see if they fit them or they fit you, Terry. Right? But it also says it's going to be for a wonder. Right? To make you think. Hey, sis. Look at your mother. Mama, come here real quick. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, mama. All right, hey, get a brother a flyer. Get a brother a flyer. Right? Yeah, just as we get ready to go into the curses. Right? Just to solidify the point. Right? On this, what it ain't the spot yet. Yeah, shop in the spot yet. Right? How you doing, brother? You know who you are? That's cool. Who are you? Who are you? Huh? You one of God's children, one of God's sons? What about that man back there? Just looking around right there. That pink man. Huh? What the hell? Nah. Yeah. No, don't put that sin on me. All praises, elder. You know who we are to God? Give me Psalms 82 real quick. Right? Give me Joel 2 and 27. Let's see what we are according to God. Right? Bring this out.
Book of Psalms, chapter 82 and verse 1. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. God standeth in the congregation of the mighty. He judgeth among the gods. He judgeth among the gods.
This talking about Zeus, Hades, Hercules. What's her name? Aphrodite. All these. Is he talking about those gods? It say God standing in the midst of the congregation of the mighty, and he judgeth among the gods. Who is the Lord standing amongst? Listen to this, elder. Bring this out. Book of Joel, chapter 2, verse number 27.
And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. And you shall know that I am in the midst of Israel. And that I am the Lord your God and none else.
So the Lord said he judged in the midst of the gods. But he said, I stand in the midst of Israel. So who are the gods he's talking about? Who are the gods he's talking about, elder? Yeah. We are the gods. No, you too. Don't just point at us. No, you are a God. Right. You are a God. You want to believe? You believe that? You know that? All praise to the Most High. So if you're a God or a king upon this earth, what you should be doing, elder? How do you worship God? By kneeling down and praying. That's it? that's what you said? That's how you worship? Come on. All right, so look, let me show you about something about praying, right? Give me John 9:31. Right? Listen to this, elder. Listen to it closely. Because we can't just worship God by praying. It's steps to get to worshiping God. Listen to this. Bring this up.
Book of John, chapter 9 and verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
Lord said, I don't hear a sinner.
Bring it out.
So if you are a sinner, why are you praying? No. If you are a sinner, God's not hearing your prayer. What is sin?
Thank God.
Huh? So listen to this again. Right? We're going to walk with you, elder. I'm going to walk with you, elder. Listen, pay attention. Right? The Lord say he heareth not sinners. Right? Oh, where you at? This is sin, elder. When he say, I don't hear sinners, this is what he talk about. Bring it up.
Book of John, chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgressive also the law. Transgressive also the law. For sin is the transgression of the law.
So when you break God's laws, this makes you a sinner. Right? So if you're breaking God's laws, John 9:31.
God, book of John, chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners. But if any man be a worshiper of God,
Worshiper, like you said, right, elder?
what he's going to have? And doeth his will,
So now I got to ask you this question. We already went through sin, and he said he don't hit a sinner. But he said, if any man be the worshiper of God and do his will. Let me show you his will, elder. You got it? Bring it out.
Book of Psalms, chapter 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will.
He like to do what?
I delight to do thy will.
What are we doing out here?
I delight to do thy will. Oh my God. Yeah, thy law is within my heart.
So how do we get God to hear our prayers, elder? Like what is in our heart?
Walking and living with day.
But how do we walk? How we walk with him?
Bring it out.
How do we believe in him, elder?
Not by sight, but by faith.
But how do we believe in him, elder?
Believing by reading the Bible and worshiping. You know that God is your Father. If you're Christian, get baptized, you know that He's your Father.
But that's not how you believe in the Lord. Listen what the Bible says. The Bible answers all the questions, elder. No, it's works. Faith without belief, that's not what it is. It's works. Faith without works is dead. Right? Now, having faith only comes when you're doing the work. Right? Because how do you show that you have faith? We haven't seen none of the miracles of the Most High. Have we seen the Lord split the Red Sea? Have we seen him deliver us from Egypt? Right? Have we seen him rain down fire and brimstone? No. We have faith that making our bodies a living sacrifice would do what? Cause us to inherit the kingdom of heaven. That's walking by faith. But you have to do what? The works. Read this.
Book of Sirach, chapter 24. It's like 32 verse 24. He that believeth in the Lord, he that believeth,
elder, in the Lord. Remember you just said you got to believe in the Lord. Let's see what the people who believes in the Lord would do, elder. Elder, you paying attention? Elder. Listen what I'm saying. This is, the Bible is showing you how you believe in God. All right, listen again, listen closely, read it again.
Book of Sirach, chapter 32 and verse 24. He that believeth in the Lord,
You that believes in the Lord, what's going to do?
taketh heed to the commandment. Taketh heed to the
Read
commandment.
that, elder? Read it again.
He that believeth in the Lord, taketh heed unto the commandment.
So, elder, if you say you believe in the Lord, you have to take heed to the commandments. Right? And if you take heed to the commandments, you're not transgressing the law. You're not a sinner. Right. So now, therefore, you become a worshiper of God, and now, therefore, he hears your prayers, elder. What you say? Let me show you one. I've been wanting to say that on Bill Street this whole entire weekend. Give me Leviticus 11. Right? Elder, you see that pink sign there. That pink sign, get that Romeo. Zoom in on that nasty, pink, flexing muscle of that pointy, oinky pig right there, man. Right with an attitude. The damn pork with attitude. Listen to this, Elder. Bring it up.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the whole, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
What the Lord said?
He is unclean to you.
We can't eat it.
He is unclean to you. Of their flesh shall ye not eat,
Shall you not eat?
and their carcass shall ye not touch.
The Lord said, you're holy.
That's right.
And this pointy Mr. Pig that they love to eat, right? He said, what? Elder, what did the Lord say he is to you? Huh? Hey, he said that about the skin color people that look like the pig, right? The people right there, that's the devil. But he said, read that again. Cause I don't think the Elder, you gotta listen, man. All right? Yeah, and Christ did cast the demons into him. But that's not what he's saying right here. Listen to what he's saying, all right? Pay attention, Elder. You gotta pay attention if you want to get it, all right? I would love to see you in the chariot, Elder.
Read. Book of Leviticus, chapter 11, and verse 7. And the swine, though he divide the hoof, and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you. He is unclean to you. He is unclean to you. He is unclean to you.
Elder, what did the Lord just say, Elder? There you go. So, would you go in there right now and go eat you some ribs? Why? There you go. It is unclean to you. And with that, the pork skin people gotta walk away. You see what I'm saying? Because they are unclean to you. Right? Hey, hold on, but Elder, check this out. It gets worse for our people. It actually gets better, but it gets worse for our people who want to be in sin. Verse 9.
God, verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
I'm going to tell you what you can eat out of the waters, Elder. So you can't eat pig, right? It's unclean to you, right?
I eat it.
All right. You say what?
I eat it.
You'll eat it?
No, brother.
Elder, you still eat it? You sure about that? Give me Amos 9 and 10. Let me show you something, Elder, because it's not a laughing matter. No. Come here. It's not a laughing matter. Check this out. Wait, no. It's not a laughing matter. And I'm gonna tell you right now while I'm looking at you, Elder, it is your kind that actually destroyed us. Because you fail to realize that sin is the downfall of our nation. You understand? So you actually gotta take this serious. I got you. No, you just laughed about it, Elder, and you just said, I'll still eat it. No, it don't matter if you're hungry. The Lord provides. Now let me show you something. No, wait. No, Elder. Elder, the time for talking is over. You just laughed at a commandment, Elder. It's a whole different demeanor now. All right, now I'm in teaching mode. I don't want to listen. We're not dialoguing. I'm teaching now.
Bring it out, King.
Right? Because now you are a hoary head that has no knowledge. To laugh at one of the commandments of the Lord and say, I still eat it. This is what the Lord said to you. Read this. Book of Amos, chapter 9 and verse 10. All the sinners of my people. All the sinners of my people.
He still want to eat pork.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword. Shall die by the sword. Shall die by the sword. You want to get killed by the Lord's sword? Give me Isaiah 66. Bring it out. Give me Isaiah 66. You think the Lord is sweet to laugh and say, I still eat it. The Lord don't play with niggas. Look at our condition, Elder. You think he playing with us? Bring it out. Do you think he playing with us? Read this.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 66, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword, and by his sword, and by his sword, will the Lord plead with all flesh. Will the Lord plead with all flesh. And the slain of the Lord, and the slain of the Lord.
Elder, you will be slain by the Lord, Elder. You will be slain by the Lord.
shall be many, shall be many. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens, behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, eating swine's flesh, eating swine's flesh.
If you out there eating pork with an attitude, elder, you're going to be slain by the Lord. He's not a nice guy. He's not going to come back, hold your hand, skip up the yellow brick road like damn Dorothy. He's coming back to kill many of our people. 2/3 of 3 gotta go. You want to be in that number? Keep playing with that pork. Break it out. Keep thinking it's a joke, elder. Not a game, man.
Read. And the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together.
And the Lord will consume you, right? Hey, I'm gonna go and close out. Get that song. Come. Straight.
Bring it up. Book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 57. Many are my persecutors. The Lord said, many are my persecutors and mine enemies.
Hey, the Lord said, many are persecuted and our enemies. We'll have many people come out here to persecute us about doing the work of the Lord. And we have many enemies that have become scoffers, right?
Yet do I not decline from thy testimony.
We will not speak as thus saith the Lord. From Genesis to Revelations, including the Apocrypha, right? We will not decline from the words of the Lord. Read.
I beheld the transgressors, and was grieved.
Why did I have to go in and teach them over there?
And was grieved.
I was grieved at you, elder.
Why? Why was grieved them? Because they kept not thy word. Because they kept not thy word. Consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Lord. What do we need? Quicken me, O Lord. What do we need? Quicken me, O Lord. According to thy loving kindness, thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments.
What is this kingdom on the fall?
And every one of thy righteous judgments.
Esau get put in chains?
And every one of thy righteous judgments.
And other nations is rejection.
And every one of thy righteous judgments.
The Israelites back on top.
And every one of thy righteous judgments. Endured forever. Endured forever. Endured forever.
And with that, I'd like to give all glory and honor to the Most High Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shah. Come here, Charlotte. Come here, Charlotte. Hey, brother, stay right there. The next mighty and dynamic brother gonna come up and edify you. Come.
Hey, King. Hey, King, you know how to get the kingdom, King? You know how to get the kingdom?
They're right here.
Right. Well, Con, let me get Con, let me get the book, right? Luke chapter 14, verse 23. Right, let me get the book of Isaiah. That's like it. Let me get the book, right? Second Ezra, chapter 10 and verse 33.
Hey, family.
Yeah, Con, Luke 14, 23, King.
Luke 14, 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges. Go out into the highways and hedges. Go out to the highways and hedges.
Hey, man, we got to come in here and go out to the highways and the hedges, man. That's where we're going to be at, man. The Israelites are going to be out in the streets these days, man. The servants of the Most High God are going to be out in the last days, man, in the streets. We're not going to be in the pastor's buildings, right, when they got AC, man. We're going to be out in that hot city where our people at, man. Where they're lost and they don't know the Most High God, man. Right? And compel them to come in and do what? And compel them to come in. We got to tell our people and compel them to come in. Hey, we got to compel our people to come in, man. We got to tell them to come back to the covenants of the Most High God, man. The laws, statutes, the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Because ain't nobody else going to tell them who they are, man. Our people are walking around like lost sheep, man. Literally. Keep going, King.
That my house may be filled.
That what?
That my house may be filled.
Hey, we got to fill the house of Yahweh, man. How are we supposed to get it better here, man, and we still got the elect walking around, they don't know who they are, man? We're not going to be able to tell them, man. Please, bring us out, King. It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 10 and verse 33. And he said unto me, stand up manfully. Do what? Stand up manfully. Do what? Stand up manfully. And I will advise thee. And I will what? And I will advise thee. Hey, we got to stand up manfully, man. So the Most High God, what? We can advise our people, man, about who they are, man. Right? We got to tell who, the so-called black, so-called American, right, African American, the so-called who? Native American, man of indigenous descent, that you are the Israelites according to the Bible, man. No one else is going to tell them that, man. You're going to tell you a spick. You're going to tell you what? Haitian. They're going to tell you what? Black, right? A Negro, Afro-American, man. You're older than what? Your hairstyle, man. It's crazy, man. It's going to tell
tell you a color out of a crayon box, man. Right? That's madness. That's literally madness, man. You cannot be the same color as these brothers' shirts, man. Or the same color as my boots, man. Right? You're all shades of what? Brown, man. I ain't never seen nobody that as dark as this shirt, man. Right? Okay, finish that out, okay? Then said I, speak on, my Lord. What? Speak on, my Lord. Hey, we gotta keep talking, man. We gotta continue to talk, man, to the Israelites, man. Right? Bring this out, King Slack. Oh, you drop that.
And man, and my nation is this Israel. What? And my nation is this Israel. And my nation is this Israel.
Hey, and my nation is this Israel, man. Right? We gotta continue to come out here and tell the Israelites who they are, man. Right? Let me get the book. Second Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 3. Right, let me get to Hosea chapter 3 and verse 4. Okay, let me get the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse number 3. Right? It's the book of 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and verse 3. Now for a long season. Now what? Now for a long season. Now what? Now for a long season. Hey, for a long season, which is a long period of time, man. It's been a long time, man, that our people have not had what? Not for a long season. Israel, what? Israel, who? Israel, so-called black man. Israel, so-called Native American. Israel have been without a true God. Without what? Without a true God. Hey, man, it's been a long time that our people have been out here without a king, man. They haven't had the Most High, man. They haven't had the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God, right? They haven't had Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. They didn't even know that, man. They didn't even know who they were, man. They're walking around here, and their heritage is what, man? Hip-hop. Right? Their heritage for our women is going out to the club and shaking their ass, man. That's literally what their heritage is. They're not knowing that they're a prince and a princess and the daughter of Zion, man. That they can come back to the Most High God and start keeping these commandments and have faith in Yahweh Shai, man. Right? And without a teaching priest. And what? And without a teaching priest. And without a teaching priest, man. They had nobody to be over here, man, that they could come up and ask any question that they need, and they could come straight out the Bible and tell you what you want to know, man. We can tell you that you can get the kingdom that is for Israel, man. We can tell you that you come back and put down the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, man. Right? And without law. And what? And without law. And without who? And without law. Hey, man, they don't got the laws, man. And they don't have faith, man. They have no faith at all. Our people are walking around here hopeless, man. Right? Let me get Lamentations 3 and 26. Because we're going to show you what the Israelites are hoping for, and then we'll show you what everyone else is hoping for, man. Right? Bring this up. It's the book of Lamentations, chapter 3 and verse 26. It is good that a man should both hope. What? Both hope. Both hope. Hey, it's good that a man should both hope, right? And do what else? And quietly wait for the salvation of the Most High. And do what? And quietly wait for the salvation of the Most High. Hey, man, we're sitting around and we're hoping and quietly waiting for the salvation of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. All these brothers out here is waiting for these chariots to fly, man. We trying to get beamed the hell up out of here, man. We want to get out of Babylon, man, because the place about to get destroyed, man. By thermonuclear fire, it's going to be destroyed, man. This whole entire place, Bill Strait ain't going to be here, man. Right? You're not going to walk around here on a Sunday, on a Saturday, on a Friday, and be able to walk up and down the street, man. Because this place is going to be burnt to smithereens, man. We got who? We got China over there, they got nukes, man. We got North America, North Korea, man, they got nukes, man. Right? We got Russia and Korea, they got nukes, man. Hey, they're going to get ready to burn this place, man. And America's sitting around thinking that everything is sweet, man, but it's not. Right? Bring this out, kid. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. What do you got? It is good for a man that he bear the yoke of his youth. He sitteth alone and keepeth silence. Both he have borne it upon him. He putteth his mouth in the dust. If so be. Right, let me get Hosea chapter 3 and verse 4. That's what I want. Hosea chapter 3 and verse number 4. Right, then let me get Hosea chapter 10 and verse number 3. Right, Hosea chapter 3 and verse number 4.
Hosea 3 and 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
Without what?
Without a king.
Without who?
Without a king.
Without Yahushua.
Without a king. And without a prince.
And without what?
And without a prince.
Hey, we've been abiding many days without a prince, man. Right? Without a king, man. For 1619, from the time our people got off them slave ships up until now, man, we haven't had a king, man. From the time we got kicked out of 70 AD, man, out of Jerusalem, and we fled into the eastern coast of Africa, man, right? We haven't had a king. We haven't had anybody on top, man, that actually would lead our people, man, in righteousness, man. We haven't had that at all. Our people are walking around here and they following the white man, man. They following him where? Straight down to destruction, man. That's where they're following him, man, right? Straight.
and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without teraphim. Afterwards shall the children of Israel return. After what? After shall the children of Israel return.
Hey, afterwards the children of Israel are going to return, right? Afterwards the children of Israel are going to return. But first, they're going to be walking for a long period of time without a teaching priest, man. And then the Most High God was going to what? Put the servants and the prophets back on the streets and the highways and the byways, and they're going to be out here to be able to wake up the people, man. Right? And now that we're here, now it's time for them to come up, man. It's time for them to come back to the Most High God, man. It's time for them to wake the hell up, ultimately, man, and come back to righteousness, man. That's what we got to do in these last days. Other than going to die a horrible death, right? There's many ways that the Most High God can take you out, man. And you don't want to get taken out in a horrible way, man. You want the Most High God to save you in these last days, right? Because we're not saved already, right? We're not saved already, man. We're waiting for salvation, right?
And seek the Lord their God. And seek the Lord their God. And seek the Lord their God.
Hey, now's the time to seek the Lord, man. This is when he's able to be found, man. You got men of the Lord who study the scriptures day in and day out, and they can go through these Bibles, man. They can tell you who you are, man. Right? They can give you back your heritage in Sirach 24 and 23, man. They can tell you who you are and what days you got to keep, man. The Sabbath day, man. The feast days, the high holy days, man. Tabernacles, Passover, man. The new moons, man. How you supposed to gather together, Zephaniah 2 and 1, man. They can tell you all of these things, man. How to love the Lord your God, 1 John 5 and 3, man. Right? 1 John 3 and 4. Right? What sin is. They can tell you all of these things right out of the Bible, man. But what? Our people just keep walking, man. They don't want to hear the words of the Most High God. They don't want to hear the words of life, man. Right? What's going on, King? What's going on, King? What's your name? What's your name, King?
Terrence.
Terrence?
Yes, sir.
What would you call yourself, King? If I had to ask you, if I said, what was your race, what would you tell me? What's your nationality? African American, right? So, you believe in the Bible? You do believe in the Bible. All right, so check this out. In the Bible, have you ever seen African and American in the Bible? No, you never seen it. You know why? Because it's not there, right? Check this out. Now, you know why this Bible is so profound? Because it has something called prophecy, right? The Most High God spoke it 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago, and then it comes to pass, right? So check this out. This is a prophecy about African Americans right out the Bible, right? And this is why it's not there. Check this out, King. Let me get Psalm chapter 49 and verse 11.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Right? So the Most High God is saying, hey, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. So if you have a nation, right, like America, and they think that they're on top, they think their nation is going to last for a long period of time. Right, Terrence? Right? That's what they think. Until what? Until another nation that's stronger than them, what? The Most High God raises them up and then they wipe them out. Happened to the Romans, happened to the Egyptians, happened to the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Persian and Medes, right? The Greeks. All these nations thought they were going to last for a lifetime. But then the Most High God raised up another nation and they got taken out. Right? Check this out.
And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands, the Lord say, they call their lands after their own name. After what? After their own name.
Hey, they call their lands after their own names. So the name Africa, right, comes from Cornelio Scipio Africanus. He defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic Wars in 202 AD. Right now, Hannibal was a so-called black man, right? And you have Africanus, who was a so-called white man, right? So if he's a white dude, your last name, you can't be a white guy, right? And you can't come from Africa because Africa is the whole continent, all right? The whole continent of Africa is not who you are. There's over 50 countries in Africa, all right? Now, if you talk to a real African, he's going to tell you, hey, I'm from Zimbabwe, and this is my tribe. I'm from Kenya, and this is my tribe, right? You can't be the whole entire thing, and you can't be American. Why not? America was named after Amerigo Vespucci. He was an Italian map maker, another white guy, right? He literally drew the map of America, and they renamed it after his last name. Same thing they did with Africanus. So you can't be white, right? You can't be African, and you can't be American. So now they took away your whole nationality. So now who you are for real? You don't know. You have no clue, right? Because you can't be two continents. So check this out. We're going to show you who you are according to the Bible, right? That's what we're going to show you. All right, King? This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3.
Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
What?
The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Right. So the Most High God is comparing comparing two animals, right? To what? To two different things, right? The jackass and you got a donkey, all right? So check this out. If you have an ox, Terrence, and I try to come to your farm, right, and I try to call your ox, he's not going to come to me. You know why?
because he knows that Terrence is the master, right? And if I have a donkey, I could drop him 25 miles up the road, but guess what? He's gonna find his way home back to the farm. But God's chosen people, who? But Israel, Lord say, but Israel, who? But Israel. Hey, but the Israelites, right? The chosen people of the Most High God, read, does not know. They don't know who they are. They have no clue, right? Two dumb animals know who the master is. You know how to get back home. But Israelites don't know who they are. They're the ones calling around themselves, walking around calling themselves African American. They're calling themselves Jamaican, Haitian, Colombian, right? Puerto Rican. All these bywords that were given to them by who? Their oppressors. They got those during what? Slave times. The people who put them in slavery, right? And what else? My people does not consider. And they don't consider. They don't look. You look in the mirror every single day and you call yourself a black man, African American, but you're not as black as this brother's shirt, right? You're not as black as these brothers' boots. You're just a shade of brown. You see what I'm saying? These are the mind games that our oppressors play with us. So let me show you how we lost our heritage and how we don't know who we are. Right? Bring this out.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue. Shall what? Shall discontinue. Shall who? Shall discontinue.
Shall discontinue. Now, what type of cell phone service you got, Terrence? What type of cell phone service you got? You got Verizon. So Verizon calls you and they say, hey, Terrence, you forgot to pay your cell phone bill last week. You know what I'm saying? We didn't give you a grace period, so we're about to discontinue your service. What happens? What happens? Your phone cut off, right? No more Facebook, no more IG, no more text message, no more phone calls because you discontinue. Hey, that's the Most High God telling the Israelites, you're about to get cut off from what?
Shall discontinue from thine heritage.
From what? From thine heritage. From your heritage. He's about to cut the Israelites off from their whole entire heritage. Their way of life, what they eat, what they drink, what holy days they celebrate, right? Now let's find out what the Israelites' heritage is, right? Let me get the book of Sirach, chapter 24, verse 23. We're going to find out what the Israelites' heritage is. Because it's important to know, Terrence, what that is, right? You got it, King.
Book of Sirach, chapter 24, verse 23. All these things are the book of the covenant. Are the what? Of the book of the covenant of the Most High God. Even the law. Even what? Even the law. Even who? Even the law. Which Moses. Which who? Which Moses commanded for inheritance. For what? Commanded inheritance. For who? For inheritance.
Hey, Moses commanded the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. He gave it to the Israelites as a heritage, right? So now they know what feast days to celebrate. They know what their clothing is, their dietary law, their moral law, their ceremonial law, the sacrificial. They had all of these things readily written out for them, right? But they don't know, they don't have it now because the Most High God discontinued from them, right? Keep going.
Shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies, or who? To serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Right, so Terrence, right? So the Most High God is saying, hey, I'm going to discontinue you from your heritage. Not only am I going to do that, I'm going to send you to a land where you got to serve your enemies. Right, now let's find out what the Lord said. We got the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 1, Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. You got it.
Deuteronomy 1 and 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. Unto who? Unto all Israel. Unto who? Unto all Israel.
So he said, these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel. So I'm going to ask you, Terrence, who is Moses talking to? Who? Israel, right. Just like you and me, Terrence, are having a conversation, and there's a lot of people walking by. Does our conversation pertain to them? No, it's just between you and me. That's the same thing with Moses and the Israelites. This whole book, from Genesis to Revelation, is only about one people. It was written by, written for, and written to one group of people, just the Israelites. It's their history. All right, because check this out. If I come to your house, Terrence, and I try to say, hey, I see your mailbox, and I go in your mailbox, it says to Terrence. Can I open it up? My name is Jonathan. Can I open it up and say, hey, that belongs to me? No, it's a felony, man. If I open up your mail, I could get put in jail for 10, 20 plus years. You see what I'm saying? Hey, it's the same thing. Any other nation that's not an Israelite who opens up this book, they should be in jail. Because literally, this is not their book. It's not their history. You see what I'm saying? This is only written for one group of people. And we're going to show you how that only pertains to you. All right? Check this out. Let me 28:15.
It's book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass.
He said, but it shall come to pass. And this is going to happen, right? Read.
If thou wilt not hearken,
if you do not listen, right?
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Unto the voice of the Lord, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Some of his commandments.
To do all his commandments.
Verse 10.
To do all his commandments.
How many commandments? we got to do, Terrence? Read it again.
To do all his commandments.
How many commandments we got to do, Terrence? All his commandments. Right, because check this out. I got a son. His name is Zion. Right, I tell him all the time, hey, look, man, I want you to clean your room, take out the dishes, and do the garbage. If I come home from work and he only got 2 out of the 3 things done, I'm going to be happy. No, because he didn't do all of it. You see what I'm saying? He gonna catch an ass whooping because he didn't do the last one. Hey, I'm from the old school. I call ass whooping, so does my son. You see what I'm saying? But it's all correction out of love, right? I want to make sure that what? There's not going to be no roaches in the house, right? The garbage, his room is cleaned up, right? He's not going to have it's swept up. He can sit down and vacuum. Because why? You want it to be clean. That's the same thing with the Most High God. We're his kids. He's going to give us commandments for his house. We got to do those things. And if we don't, he's going to come with that belt. You see what I'm saying? Keep going.
To do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day. That all these curse, all these what? That all these curse, all these who? That all these curse.
Hey, Terrence, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing? If somebody came over here and cursed you out, is that good? Hell no, right? If the Most High God sends a curse on one group of people, is that a good thing? No, it's not. So the Lord is telling the Israelites, right? Hey, I'm going to curse you if you don't do these commandments, right? It's the same thing on my son. If he doesn't clean his room, he might catch the ass. See what I'm saying? You got reservations? All right, can I give you one more precept? Can I give you one more, Terrence? Let me give you one more before you go for reservation. All right. How do we get over to this side of the world? Let me get Deuteronomy 28, 15, 58, 64, select. How do we get over to this, 68? How do we get over to this side of the world? Right, we take it. So what mode of transportation did we get? Ships, right? So check this out. This is how we know without a shadow of a doubt we got the Israelites. All right, and let me get Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. Bring this up.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Right, so the Lord is going to bring the Israelites into Egypt. Okay, so now if we pick up from where we are in the book, Moses literally just split the sea, they crossed through it, and now they're on the other side. All right, he got the commandments, and now he's telling them, hey, I'm going to take you back into Egypt. Let's find out what Egypt is, and I'm going to show you what this reset means. Bring it up.
Exodus 20:2. I am the Lord thy God, which I brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of what?
Out of the house of bondage.
Out of who?
Out of the house of bondage.
Hey, so Egypt is synonymous with bondage. Okay? It's literally, if you talk about it in Hebrew, it says Mizraim. It means between a rock and a hard place. Alright, so if you're in bondage, what were you in? You was in slavery, right? So the Israelites were in slavery, okay, during this specific time. Now, if you look at a map, Israel and Egypt are right next to each other. You could walk in and walk out, right? So they didn't have to need this mode of transportation we're about to tell you. So now, read this again, bring it up.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again,
into slavery again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
With who?
With ships.
With ships. Now, you can look in the entire planet and Google it, history, whatever you want to do, but there's only one group of people that went into slavery on ships. This is prophesied in the Bible. This is how we know without a shadow of a doubt. We are those people, not the fake Jewish man who's over there in our land right now. See what I'm saying? Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Hey, that's hip talk. He said you ain't never going to see your homeland again. You ever been to Jerusalem? No, neither have I. And most of these brothers ain't never been there either. See what I'm saying? Because we've been literally captive since the time we got off the slave ships in 1619 up until now. We still captive. We're prisoners of war. That's literally what we are, right? Read.
And there ye shall be sold.
You shall be what?
Ye shall be sold.
The Lord say,
ye shall be sold.
He said you're gonna get sold as soon as you get off of these ships, man. Weren't we sold on those plantations, man, for auction blocks, man, to the highest bidder, right? Weren't we sold, King? See what I'm saying? Right? I got you, King, right? We were sold on get this brother a flyer. So if I had to ask you though, this happened to the Israelites, what would that make you? Because you fit this curse. How did your people get here? On ships. So what does that make you? Let me get Deuteronomy 29:1.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 29 from the top. These are the words of the covenant, which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel. Make with who? To make with the children of Israel. Make with who? To make with the children of Israel.
So what would you be, Terrence? That's right, you're an Israelite, King. Don't forget that, man. Get this brother a flyer, man. Right? What's your name, King? What's up? Martavius.
Hey, all praise to the Most High. Thank you, King.
Brother Jonathan. Right? So, what's your name? Star? Okay, cool. That's a good name, right? Check this out. So, what we do is we tell our people who they are. You believe in the Bible? Believe in the Bible. All right, so if I had to ask you, what's your nationality, what would you tell me? What race? African American, right? Now, we just went through with this brother Terrence, and we told him who he was, right? So, you believe in the Bible. And you too, Star, you probably believe in the Bible, right? Been to church on Sunday? Okay, you believe it? Right, so we're gonna break some stuff down to you, all right? So check this out. You say you African American, right? So how can you be African American, right? Africa is a whole continent. How can you be that? Are you the whole continent? Are you all 50 countries in Africa? No. Which one do you come from? From Africa. Where? Because if you talk to a real African, he's going to be like, hey, I'm from Zimbabwe, I'm from Kenya, right? I'm from South Africa, right? They're going to tell you a tribe that they come from, right? And the village that they've been to, right? So our people don't know. We the only ones walking around calling ourselves two continents, saying you're African and American. Right, now check this out. I'm going to show you why this book is so profound, because it has prophecy. All right, so let me get the book, right? Of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Let me get Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
Right, so their inward thought is, the Most High God is talking, and he's saying, hey, when you have a nation, like you take America, you can take Egypt, the Assyrians, all these other nations. When they're in rulership, they think that their nation is going to last for a long period of time. They don't ever think another nation is going to come and literally be stronger than them and wipe them out, right? They think it's going to be last for a long period of time. But they don't know that the Lord is in control, right? The Lord rules everything. He can lift something up, he can take it down. He can tear it down, he can kill you, he can do all these things. The Lord does it all, right? We don't have no power in any of it, right? So read, bring this up.
And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their land.
They did what?
They call their land.
They did who?
They call their land.
They call their lands
After their own name.
after what?
After their own name.
America.
After their own name.
Africa.
After their own name.
After their own names. Because who is Africa named after? Cornelio Scipio Africanus. He defeated Hannibal in the Second Punic Wars in 202 AD. He was a Roman general, a white guy. And after he defeated Hannibal, he renamed the whole continent after his last name. That's prophecy coming to pass. That's literally what that is. And check this out, you can't be American, because America was named after who? Amerigo Vespucci. He's an Italian map maker. You can't come from the descendant of a white guy. He's Italian. Are you white? No. So you can't be come from two white people. So I just took away your whole nationality. Now who are you? Are you a black man? You're a black man. So you the same color as this brother's shirt. No, you a shade of brown. You a shade of brown, brother. You see what I'm saying? These are mind games that who we taught this by? Our oppressors. We were taught these things by the people who put us in slavery. The people who literally took us off these boats, man, and branded their names in our backs, man, and make us work for 400 years on the cotton field. Those are the people who literally put these names on our back, and while we call ourselves black, if they would say we were purple, we would say purple. You see what I'm saying? All right, let me get Isaiah 1 and 3.
Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
The what?
The ox knoweth his owner. And the ass his master's crib.
Right, so the Most High God is comparing his people, the Israelites, to two dumb animals. Right? You got an ox and you got a donkey. So if you have an ox king, right? And I try to come to your farm, and I try to call him, is he gonna come to me? No, because he knows that you're the master, right? And if you have a donkey, hey, you could drop him 10 miles up the road, but guess what? He'll find his way back to your farm. See what I'm saying? He knows where he's from. But check this out, but who?
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But the Israelites, they don't know who they are. They're walking around calling themselves African Americans. They're calling themselves black, right? They're calling themselves Puerto Ricans. They're calling themselves Haitians. They're calling themselves Jamaicans, right? Trinidadians, Barbadians, right? They're calling themselves all these different bywords that were given to us by the people who oppressed us, right? Read it.
But Israel doth not know. My people.
Well, some people.
My people.
All people.
My people.
My, that's a possessive pronoun, right? My, we, our, us. That means it's possession, right? Because if it's your dollar, is it mine? No, right? That's your ox. Hey, those are the Lord's people. They don't know who they are, right? They're special people, right? Read.
My people doth not consider our sinful.
Yeah, that's something that can kind of throw out, right? So we don't even consider. Because like for you to wake up every day, and you look in the mirror, and you see that your skin is brown, but they say that you're black, you don't consider that. You never thought about it until just now. You see what I'm saying? You just look in the mirror every day like, hey, I'm a black man, or I'm African American. But you never actually go back and try to find out who you are. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem with our people nowadays, right? Read.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 4. And thou, even thyself,
Even what? Even thyself shall discontinue. Shall what? Shall discontinue.
Hey, what type of cell phone service you got, King? You got T-Mobile. I got T-Mobile. See what I'm saying? So we on the same wave, right? So check this out. So T-Mobile calls you and they say, hey man, we about to discontinue your cell phone service. What happens? Can you call Star if you discontinue? No. Can you text Star? No. Can you go on Facebook? Can you go on IG? No, because you cut off, right? That's what the Lord is telling the Israelites. He said, hey, I'm going to discontinue you. So they're going to cut them off from what?
From thine heritage. From who? From thine heritage. From what? From thine heritage.
From their heritage. What is a person's heritage? Is our heritage hip-hop? No. Is our heritage for our women to go out and start shaking their ass on Sundays? No, that's not our heritage, right? That's not who we are as a people. See what I'm saying? So let's find out what our heritage is, right? Sirach chapter 24, verse 23. Right? Sirach 24 and 23. We're going to show you what the heritage is that the Israelites got cut off, right? Bring us out.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 24 and verse 23. All these things are the book of the covenant.
Are the what?
Are the book of the covenant.
These things are the book of the covenant, right? Read.
Of the Most High. Most High God. Even the law.
Even what?
Even the law which Moses commanded for inheritance.
For what?
For inheritance.
For who?
For inheritance. Unto the congregations of Jacob.
Right, so Moses commanded the laws, statutes, and commandments to the Most High God. He gave them to the Israelites as their heritage. That's their way of life, right? What holy days they celebrate, how their dress code, what they eat, their moral law, ceremonial law, the sacrificial law, right? All these things the Lord gave them for a heritage. He said, I'm cutting you off from all that, right? Why? Because they broke the commandments of the Most High God. So in order for them to come back to the laws, they have to keep the commandments. See what I'm saying? That's it. It's plain. Right now, read this. Okay, you got Jeremiah 17:4. Who had that? Jeremiah 17:4.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse number 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies.
So the Lord is telling the Israelites, he said, hey, also too, I'm going to cut you off from your heritage, and then I'm also going to make you serve your enemies in the land that I'm going to take you. Right, so check this out, right? Read.
Serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever.
Which shall what? Which shall burn forever. Hey man, the Most High God is going to be pissed off. It's just like me and my son. If I tell him, hey man, I want you to clean your room, take out the dishes, and do the garbage, right, before I come home from work, and he don't do it, you think I'm going to be asking? Hell no, you ask me. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the old school. I got my ass whooped. Say my dad got my ass. Y'all can relate. Hey, and it's, what is that? It's for correction and love. So that there's no roaches in the house ain't filthy and dirty. I don't got a garbage pile of garbage over here. You see what I'm saying? All these things to help him. So it's the same thing with the Most High God and his children, the Israelites. He's giving them these commandments so they can help them so they can walk righteously. Right? Bring us out.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto who?
Unto all Israel.
So Moses is talking to who?
Right.
Who's Moses talking to, King? You wasn't listening? We'll read it again.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Unto who?
Unto all Israel.
So who's Moses talking to, King? All Israel, right? Just like you and me having a conversation right now, right? These other people walking by. Does our conversation pertain to them? No, they don't have nothing to do with them because it's just between us. It's the same thing with Moses. Moses is only talking to the Israelites. So whatever he's saying only pertains to the Israelites. All right, so check this out. Let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Look at Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass if thou wilt not hearken.
So the Lord is saying, hey, it's going to happen if you don't listen. Telling the Israelites, right? Read.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
To listen to the voice of the Lord, right? Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
Some of his commandments.
To do all his commandments.
First 10.
To do all his commandments.
Just the ones I like.
To do all his commandments.
How many commandments we got to do? How many? All of them. He said all of them. How many did he say 10? There's more than 10. Right? He said all the commandments. So when we read the first 10, right, in Exodus chapter 20 on down, but then you can read Leviticus, that has commandments. You can read Numbers, that has commandments. You can read Deuteronomy, that has commandments. So there's 613 commandments. Right? So I'm gonna pass it to the next guy to speak. He's gonna continue to edify you. is more than just the 10 commandments that the Israelites had to keep. All right? So I'm gonna let the next brother get in here. Come and show it. Come and show it. Come and show it. Come and show it. Come and show it.
I mean, Israel rise. How y'all doing? What's your name?